And a big update coming in. Malayalam actor Shine Tom Chacko has been arrested by Kochi City North Police for alleged drug use. Shine Tom Chacko was taken to General Hospital by police for a medical test as well. According to the police officials, he has been booked under Section 27, which is for consumption of narcotic drugs or psychotropic substances, and 29, which is for abetment and criminal conspiracy of the narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, which is NDPS Act. The police also filed a case under Section 238 of BNS against him for destroying evidence and giving false information to protect an offender. The actor earlier today, in fact, also appeared at the Ernakulam North Police Station for questioning over his alleged escape from a hotel room in Kallur of Kochi during a narcotics raid conducted back on the night of April 16th. The police had issued a notice asking him to appear for interrogation based on a report filed by the District Anti-Narcotics Special Action Force. Shine, accompanied by his lawyers, arrived at the station at around 10 a.m. today and then was questioned by the Central Assistant Commissioner of Police, C. Jayakumar. A video surfaced online on April 17th reportedly showing Shine fleeing from his hotel room when the DANSAF conducted a surprise raid the night before. And these are the CCTV visuals on your screens showing the actor fleeing from his hotel room when the raid was conducted. Remember, he appeared at the Ernakulam North Police Station for a questioning today at around 10 a.m. The interrogation happened there. It was based on a report which was filed by District Anti-Narcotics Special Action Force. He was accompanied by his lawyers. My colleague Vivek is joining us on the broadcast with further details. Vivek, please walk us through the latest that you have picked up with regards to his arrest now that has been made. I think there's some issue with the line over there. We'll try to reconnect, contact with our reporter to provide us further details with regards to the arrest and further investigation into the matter as well. But these are the latest visuals of the Malayalam actor Shine Tom Chacko, who has now been arrested by Kochi City North Police for alleged drug use. Vivek is back with us on the broadcast. Vivek, I was asking you to provide us the latest that you have received with regards to his arrest that has been made and the further investigation into the matter.
Yes, now Shine Tom Chacko has been now taken for medical examination. Now, if the drugs content has been found in his blood, then there are all chances that he could be arrested. Now, what we understand is that in the questioning that has been conducted by the ACP, Assistant Commissioner of Police, in the last 3 hours, he has admitted to the fact that he has been consuming drugs, and also he also said that for the last 2 weeks he has not consumed drugs, and he has also said that in the film industry there are middlemen who actually provide him the drugs. Now, according to the reports, a case has been registered against him under Section 27 and 29(1) of the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act. Now, these are all non-bailable. Now, the decision to register a case against the actor has come 3 hours after questioning. Remember, Shine has been in hiding for the last 24 hours. Day before yesterday night, when a raid was conducted, he actually managed to flee from the spot, and then he reached Chennai, and then today morning at around 6:30 a.m. he has surrendered before the police. And initially, what we understand is that he was not cooperating with the probe. He said that he was not using drugs, but later, police started cross-questioning him with other evidences. Then he said that police asked him precisely whether he knows a person called Shajir. Actually, it was in search of Shajir that the police had come day before yesterday to the hotel. So finally, he said that he knows Shajir, and he also said that he knows a woman called Taslima. So Taslima is basically a lady who was arrested from Alapura, who was a drug peddler, and she has also said that she has supplied drugs to Shine Tom Chacko and other two actors, and he has agreed to that. Now, the biggest challenge before the police is that If the drug is not, if there is no drug samples being found in his blood or in the urine, then there are chances that he could get bail. But what I'm told by the sources is that there is a section called Section 27(1), 27A of the IPC. Now, if at all the crime which he has conducted falls in that there are chances that he could be arrested. Now, also other people who are connected with Shine Tom Chacko will be called for questioning, not just him, because he has also admitted to the fact that there are other people in the industry who are also, connected with him, who provides him drugs. So that is actually a very, very serious charge which he has made, and hence, even they will be called for questioning, because this is not just a small network. This is a major network, and if you know that, in the last few months there has been massive raids that's been conducted by the DANSAF team and the police, on regarding this issue. And film industry, especially cinema sets, has been an area, flashpoint here. There are various allegations from various quarters, that film sets, especially caravans, has been an area where has been a place where all these actors take drugs, and that has been a very, very serious issue. And off late, we saw Vinci Aloysius, an award-winning actress, coming out in open in a video and saying that she was abused in a film set, and there was an actor who has abused her in front of everyone. And finally, Shine Tom Chacko's name surfaces, and then you saw him, going in the hiding. He was absconding, and now he has been arrested. Case has been registered. Now, whether he will be arrested, whether he will be sent
Right.
to jail, that needs to be seen. Now, he will be produced before a magistrate, and now after that, you get a clear picture of what will the law take, as far as what will be the legal recourse as far as Shine is concerned.
Absolutely, Vivek. Thank you so much for joining us with all of those details. Right now, we are shifting focus to another different story. An FIR has been registered against 4 people based on a complaint by car driver Basavaraj. The case has been registered under IPC sections 109, 3 subsection 5 and Arms Act at Bidadi Police Station. In Bidadi Police Station, a firing incident occurred just outside the residence of former Don Muthappa Rai in Karnataka's Bidadi, targeting his younger son, Ricky Rai. 2 rounds of bullets were fired at Ricky Rai as he was departing from Bidadi towards Bengaluru. The attack happened just a short distance from the main gate of their residence as the car exited onto the main road. The assailant specifically targeted the driver's seat of the vehicle, knowing that Ricky Rai usually prefers to drive his car himself. Now, during the firing, the driver, Raju, leaned forward at the right moment, narrowly escaping death. Despite the quick reaction, Ricky Rai, who was in the passenger seat, sustained bullet injuries to his nose and hand. Ricky Rai had returned from Russia very recently, just 2 days prior, and was actively involved in the real estate business as well. As the car then approached the main road, the sudden gunfire took everyone by surprise. The Bidadi police, under the leadership of Inspector Shankar Nayak, have already begun an investigation into the matter. Initial information was gathered from the driver, Raju, who witnessed the attack firsthand. The scene of crime officers and the forensic science laboratory team are already there at the spot to collect more evidence in the case. Ricky Rai's condition is reported to be serious as he is undergoing a treatment at a private hospital. My colleague Mohammad Wajiullah is joining us on the broadcast to provide us further details. Wajiullah, first up, a quick check on his health condition. How is he at the moment, and what more details have we collected with regards to the interrogation and investigation in this particular issue?
Well, Ricky Rai, who is the son of the late Don Muthappa Rai, is seriously injured. He's still undergoing treatment at the hospital. But if you have to look into the updates, so far a complaint has been filed on 4 individuals. One is Rakesh Malia, believed to be an old associate of Muthappa Rai. Anuradha, the second wife. Nitesh Shetty, Vaidyanathan and others. The case has been registered under the 109 C/4 Arm Acts of the Bidadi Police. Now, this entire incident happened at around 12:50 a.m. There were 2 rounds who were believed to be fired at Ricky Rai, who was heading from Bidadi to Bangalore. and he had just recently returned from abroad, is what we've known, and this is believed to be an act of old rivalry, is what we've been told from our sources. But what we've also learned from the Ramnagar SP who spoken, he said that the incident occurred at the near the jurisdiction of the Bidadi police. Gunfires were shot at midnight. Ricky, who usually loves driving the vehicle, this time around asked his driver to ride the vehicle, and he was sitting behind. That is when rounds were shot from behind. One hit his hand and the other his nose. The driver also had said that the nose was bleeding. So far, these are the details that we have with regards to what had happened, and the investigation is going on. Four people, FIR has been put against four people, and the condition of Ricky Rai is also critical from what we've learned.
Know about the rivalry between them, because we have been given to understand that the real estate mafia has been involved in this particular case. Wajirullah, if you could provide us more detail on that front.
Well, Ricky Rai is believed to have been somebody who was handling the entire operations of his father after his father, who was also a late gangster, and he was also somebody who was involved in a lot of things, and then he was reformed and he had become the president of JEE Karnataka and other pro-Karnataka Kannada Sangha. So they've always been under on and off with gangsters, and from what we've learned is that Ricky Rai was handling his father's real estate and everything, and he used to usually live in abroad and handle things from there, but he had come down to Bengaluru, and that is when it tipped off his other rivals. What we've also learned is Anurag, who's the second wife of Muthappa Rai, that rivalry is also there behind it. So we'll have to find out from the police what is the actual motive behind this entire filing. Was it a message to Muthappa Rai, Ricky Rai, saying that for all this while if you were outside should have been there, or is there was actual intention to kill him? So all these details are still waited. From what we've learned is a bullet is hit at the nose, then there seems to have been an intention, but these are all speculations which we are coming across from our sources. It could be any reason. We'll have to wait and watch from the investigation what comes out from Sakshi.
Right, Wajirullah, thank you so much for joining us with all of those details. We'll continue to track story here at News9. A 21-year-old Indian student was killed in Canada after she was struck by a stray bullet as she was waiting at a bus stop on her way to work, and shots were fired by a car occupant. Harsimrat Randhawa was a student at Mohawk College in Hamilton, Ontario. Hamilton police is investigating the homicide that happened Wednesday, saying Randhawa was an innocent bystander. Investigators believe the female was an innocent bystander struck by a stray bullet during a shooting in the area. The incident occurred at about 7:30 p.m. on Thursday evening, when police said they were investigating a homicide involving a bystander. She then sustained a gunshot wound to the chest and was transported to hospital but succumbed to the injuries. Through collected video, investigators have determined that the passenger of a black Mercedes SUV fired at the occupants of a white sedan. Shortly after the shooting, the white sedan fled the area. Shots also entered the rear window of a nearby residence where the occupants were watching television a few feet away. Fortunately, no one was injured in the home, a release from Hamilton police said.
I'd like to extend my condolences to Harsimra's family. This is a young girl who had her whole life ahead of her and was tragically lost her life because some thugs picked up a gun. Harsimra's family sent her to Hamilton to prepare her for her future, and there is now an empty seat at their dinner table and an empty seat at her aunt's house and her friend's home. As a community, we should be outraged. This is not okay. This is a stark reminder that the devastating impact of gun violence in our city. This is a complex issue, and it will take all of us to put a stop to it. I'm appealing to anyone with information to come forward and to do the right thing. Your voice, along with everybody else, can bring justice and can prevent further harm.
Shifting focus, the American Immigration Lawyers Association has revealed a study claiming that 50% of the reported cases of US students whose visas got revoked are in fact Indian. The association examined 327 reports of visa revocations by Donald Trump administration and also found out India leads the list, followed by China, with 14% of Chinese students being at the receiving end of Trump's crackdown on visas. The study found out that a total of 50% of visa revocations impacted those who were on optional practical training, which means they had graduated and in fact were employed in the United States. While the Trump administration has been reiterating that the visa crackdowns are not without any reason, and most plausible reason is involvement in political unrest, the report claimed that of total cases, only 2 students reported any history of engaging in any sort of political protest. Shifting focus, NTA, the National Testing Agency, has released the results of the JEE, the Joint Entrance Examination Mains 2025, Session 2, Paper 1 for the BE BTech examinations. It has activated the link on the official website at jeemain.nta.nic.in. Candidates who have appeared for Session 2 examinations, which were held from April 2nd to 9th on 2025, can check the JEE Main 2025 Session 2 results with their valid login credentials. The toppers list that the NTA has also released contains the names of candidates who have obtained an NTA score of 100 in the BE BTech paper. The agency also released a list of JEE Main state-wise toppers, their NTA scores and their results as well. A total of 24 candidates obtained a perfect score in the JEE Main 2025 Paper 1 examinations. Now, based on the results of JEE Main Paper 1 and Paper 2, the candidates will be shortlisted to appear for JEE Advanced, which is a one-stop examination for admission to the 23 Premier Indian Institutes of Technology or IITs. Moving on to the news coming in from the national capital, at least 4 people were killed as a 4-story building collapsed in northeast Delhi in the early hours of Saturday, with around 8 to 10 people feared to be still trapped under the debris. The incident occurred in the Mustafabad area. According to the police, at least 14 people have been rescued so far and were shifted to the GTB hospital, where 4 were unfortunately declared dead upon arrival. The incident was reported at around 3 a.m. this morning. Rescue teams from the National Disaster Response Force, firefighters and Delhi police rushed to the spot. The police said that they are probing the cause behind the building's collapse. In the CCTV footage shared by a local resident at around 2:30 a.m. on Saturday, the exact moment of the collapse has been captured. A huge gust of wind and dust can be seen blowing across the alley just after the building collapsed. Taking you to a different story, filmmaker and actor Anurag Kashyap has issued an apology on Friday night following a controversial remark that he made about the Brahmin community, which drew sharp criticism amid the ongoing row surrounding the upcoming film Phule. Taking to his Instagram, Anurag Kashyap posted a detailed note addressing the backlash and clarifying his position. While he stood by the essence of his original statement, he expressed regret over a specific line that he said had been taken out of context. The director stressed that no comment or post was worth the safety of one's family and loved ones. He wrote on his Instagram post, and I'm going to quote him here, that this is my apology, not for my post, but for that one line taken out of context and the brewing hatred. No action or speech is worth your daughter, family, friends and colleagues receiving rape and death threats from the so-called torchbearers of Sanskar. What has been said cannot be unsaid, and I won't take it back, but if you want to direct abuse, direct it at me. My family has not said a word and never speaks out. So if an apology is what you are looking for, then this is my apology. Now let's also speak about how exactly the controversy was erupted. It triggered earlier in the day when Kashyap responded to a social media user who commented, and I'm going to quote the user's line here. that Brahmins are your fathers, the more you mess with them, the more they will burn you. In reply to which Anurag Kashyap said, and I'm going to quote the statement Anurag said, that I will urinate on Brahmins, any problem. The statement then led to a widespread outrage with several organizations demanding action. The backlash also coincides with growing tensions around the film Phule, a biopic based on the lives of social reformers Jyoti Rao and Savitribai Phule. Originally scheduled to release on April 11, the film faced objections from groups including the Akhil Bharatiya Brahmin Samaj and Parshuram Arthik Vikas Mahamandal, who raised several concerns about the film's content. The Central Board of Film Certification suggested several modifications in it, which the makers have since incorporated. Phule is now going to hit the theatres on April 25th. Shifting focus, Sunny Deol and Randeep Huda's action drama Jaat has sparked a major controversy after a scene from the film was accused of hurting the sentiments of Christian community. The film, which promised to be a high-octane entertainer, drew criticism after certain scenes were perceived as disrespectful towards Jesus Christ and Christian religious practices. The controversy intensified when an FIR was filed against the film on April 18th of 2025 at the Sadar police station. The complaint lodged by Viklav Goldie named lead actors Sunny Deol, Randeep Hooda, Vineet Kumar Singh as well as director Gopichand Malineni and producer Naveen Malineni. The case has been registered under Section 295A of the Indian Penal Code, which pertains to deliberate and malicious acts intended to outrage religious feelings. Following the backlash, the makers of Jaat issued a public apology and took swift action by removing all the controversial scenes from the film. In an official statement, the filmmakers has said, and I'm going to quote the lines from the statement here, that our intention was not to hurt any religious sentiments. We deeply regret it and have taken immediate action to delete the scenes from the film. We sincerely apologize to everyone whose beliefs have been hurt. The controversy has stirred widespread discussion across social and digital platforms, with many calling for greater sensitivity in portraying religious themes in cinema.